What's up, spectators? Welcome back to the episode of Layton. We have started the new case and we're going to go into the Layman's Reserve Bank, but we don't know what the case is yet.
Gosh, it feels deserted in here without any customers.
There's a woman over there. She's not a customer. That's the general manager of the bank.
She's very important then.
You said it, sunshine! Yeah, the Layman's Reserve Bank has branches all over the country. Each one has a branch manager, and that lady there is the manager of all those managers. The gentleman who asked for this investigation said she'd fill us in on all the details. All right then, let's get filled in. Wait a minute. Oh. A pen on every desk. People visiting the bank can use these desks to write on if they need to. Mucky pups. They should write on paper, not the desks. In this picture, a square is colored in if it has lines drawn around it. Can you make it so that 4 or more squares are colored in? I think I understand. 4 or more squares are colored in. Okay.
This puzzle's got some bite. They do call me Sherl Combs for nothing.
I don't get it, but I did it, so yay for me.
That was jolly spiffing, Sherl. You've obviously been taking notes from Miss Layton.
Well, you know, Pinstripes, I might have lost my memory, but I haven't lost my mind. Good to know. Oh, you're telling me that's all there is in a bank? I don't think so. But maybe. Hello, I understand that you're the general manager of the bank.
That's right, love. And who are you coming in here with your dirty dog? We're not open to the public yet. Have we done something to offend?
Sorry, madam, she's not a member of the public. This is the detective who will be investigating the case for you. This little girl? Are you sure she's up to the task? This is a very complicated case, you know. I do understand, madam, but I assure you Miss Layton here is highly accomplished in her field. Well, let's hope so, because I demand perfection. Any slip-ups and I'll have to ask you to drop it. Please, calm the fuck down. I'll solve the case for you perfectly. Of course, I'll need you to give me as many details as you can. Like the combination for the vault. I suppose. Miss Layton, wasn't it? And my assistant here is Ernest Greeves. I am Bianca Teller. As you already know, Miss Layton, I am the general manager of the Layman's Reserve Bank. Oh, call me Katrielle. No, I'd rather not. First names can be a source of confusion. Using people's full names is the perfect solution. This husky is a real barrel of laughs, isn't she? Well then, perhaps you can explain exactly what the problem is. It's a sensitive matter, to be treated with complete discretion, you understand? Oh boy, I can't wait to blog about this. Your secrets are safe with me, as safe as this bag's fault. Are you being sarcastic? Why, is your vault not secure? I wasn't meaning to be. Is there some problem with the vault? Yes, I pride myself on my perfect security measures here, but we've been victims of grand larceny. I say, someone robbed the bank? How much was taken? 100 million billion sterlings! Ooh, 100 million billion. Did she just say 100 million billion, Sherl? I don't think I have heard her correctly. How much is 100 million billion? How many bags of dog biscuits would that buy? Like 50 million billion? That would buy you all the dog biscuit manufacturers in the world, Sherl. I don't think I could eat all of them. Are you talking to your dog? You do realize the gravity of this case, don't you? It could undermine the whole bank. Trust me to get lumbered with the detective who talks to her dog. Well, fuck you! Judgmental. Maybe I stole the money. Not giving it back to you. I asked for her especially, Bianca. Oh, Mr. Sloanes. I wasn't expecting you, sir. Weren't you? It's my bank that's been robbed, ain't it? Don't want the boss breathing down your neck, is that it? Of course not. Well, you clearly are taken with my choice of detective, that's for sure and certain. Oh no, I'm sure you've chosen perfectly. I'll cooperate with Miss Layton in any way I can. Glad to hear it, lass, because she'll be handling this investigation alongside the good gentleman from Scotland Yard. Oh yes, of course. I'm sure they'll get to the bottom of it. Were his boots that shiny when he walked in here, or has someone been licking them? Well, at least it means she'll stop treating Miss Layton like a schoolgirl. If you'll excuse me then, Miss Layton, now that Mr. Sloanes is here, I must be getting on. I hope we haven't kept you. It's just that the branch manager had to be taken into hospital, you see. People sustained injuries in the incident. The doctors say it's not too serious, but he hasn't regained consciousness yet. So I'm having to fill in for him at the moment. Well, you're obviously very busy. So, we haven't properly been introduced yet, have we? I'm Grant Sloanes, owner of this bank. I have a few businesses, actually. This is just one of them. It were Madame Dublé who told me about you. So when I spoke to Inspector Hastings, I made sure he understood I wanted you on the case. Well, that's very kind of you, Mr. Sloanes. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations. Oh, you can find lizards? Boy, I've got a case for you. He certainly looks the part, doesn't he? He's a giant. He really packs a punch. He'll punch you if he hears you, Pinstripes. What's that, lad? You asking for a punch? Oh, I mean nothing. I believe I've seen you before, Mr. Sloanes, at the premiere of the No Sub for Love, wasn't it? At the Savoy. Oh, yes, that's right. You solved that one as well, if I'm not mistaken. Does that mean you're one of these so-called 7 dragons? Well, it's not a title I'd have chosen for myself, but yes, people do call me that. Anyway, enough chat. Let's get down to business. Miss Teller informs us you've had a break-in.
That's an understatement. 100 million billion quid's hardly a break-in.
Break-in, burglary, grand larceny, burgers, grand burgers, whatever you want to call it. It needs sorting and fast. So first things first. Let's show our young detective here the vault where the money was.
Right you are, Mr. Sloanes. I've already got the lads from the yard investigating down there.
It's in the basement, of course. I'll explain more once we go down there.
So this is where the incident took place. That's the master vault of the Layman's Reserve Bank. 100 million quid in the cash went missing from inside there. It's enormous.
That's not a vault, that's a room. It was discovered missing early this morning.
Looks like a classic case of grand larceny. We've got to catch the crook who did it and get the dough back as quickly as possible, Cat.
You say people from Scotland Yard are already investigating. Have you found any evidence?
Not a flaming sausage! It would have taken a pro to crack this safe, that's for sure, but even pros leave a trail usually, not this time.
That is strange. I'll need to ask some questions. The general manager did it. The one in the hospital. It's too obvious.
Just before you do, love. Yes, Mr. Sloanes. I think I'd like to see this great mind of yours in action first. Let's see if you could solve this brain teaser. Who robbed the vault?
That's how I prove it.
It's not that I doubt your abilities, don't worry. I've heard nothing but good things. But I never deal with anyone until I've seen them roll up their sleeves and get their hands dirty with my own eyes.
What was the password to the safe? It's 6 letters long and uses the letters A, B, C. Use the pointers on the memo to figure out the correct password. The same letter is repeated twice in a row in 2 different places. The same letter never appears 3 times or more in a row. The letters A and C appear with the same frequency, which is less than the frequency of letter B. After a C, there is always an A. So B, B, and what was the other one? C, A, B, B.
This should do it, I think. Any mystery or any puzzle to solve.
Who do you think I am? Well, Mr. Sloanes, I hope that's instilled some confidence in you about my abilities and how shitty you are at coming up with passwords.
What's wrong? He's just glaring at us. Miss Layton. Cracking stuff, love. That's just what I was expecting. Even better.
I think that was his pleased look. Remind me never to look when he's upset. Thank you. So will you tell us the details of the case now?
Of course, gladly. The mystery of the missing 100 million billion. It's up to you to solve it now.
I'll do my very best to confine this mystery to history, Mr. Sloanes. Whoa, look at this fella. Look at his little legs. How could his legs be this shape? What? What is this body I don't understand. What are you? His zipper is his whole pants. It goes up his whole pants. I understand you were the first person on the scene, is that right? You're a security guard here.
Yeah, that's right. I still can't believe it. How could this have happened?
That's what we're trying to find out. Could you tell us what you saw this morning? Well, it's my job to keep watching the foyer area overnight, see? From when the bank closes one day to the next morning. I was keeping a lookout all night, but I swear I never spotted nothing strange. Then early in the morning, Mr. Shinplasters showed up as usual. He's the boss, see? Does Mr. Shinplasters always come in early to work? Yeah, he's always very busy, so he usually tries to get in here before everyone else. He must have had something to do in the vault because he went straight through the foyer and headed downstairs. Not long after that, I heard him cry out, so I ran down here as quick as I could. And when I got here, the vault door was wide open. Did you look inside? Well, I was worried, see? I thought there might be a robber in there or something. But I thought I should be brave, so I just peeped in quickly, and that's when I saw the body flat out on the floor. But that was Mr. Shinplasters. It was, yeah, and there was no one else about at all, not in the vault or out of it. What did you do next? I dialed 999 straight away, of course, and then I called Miss Teller. She's the general manager. You're supposed to call the general manager if there's anything not right, see? When she showed up and saw the vault door, she nearly had a heart attack. 100 million billion quid gone. That's a lot of doner kebabs, you see. So it was Miss Teller who first realized how much was missing. Yeah, not my business knowing how much is stashed in the vault, see? Then the boys in blue showed up and ambulances. It was like carnival around here, that's all I can tell you. And is it right that Mr. Shinplaster still hasn't regained consciousness? That's what I was told, yeah. He broke both his legs as well, but they said it wasn't life-threatening. There's a good chance he saw the culprit. What a dreadful shame we can't get a statement from him. That's frustrating. Still, we must push on with the investigation.
Hello, what have we here? Miss Layton and her trusty assistant Ernest Greeves, I see.
Hello, PC Beat. This is an amazing vault. Although I imagined opening and closing it must be hard work.
Aha! I had the same thought when I saw how thick the door was, but it turns out it's motorized. All you have to do is enter the code and press the button, and presto, it opens automatically.
So you don't need to be big and burly to open the vault then?
Not at all, Miss Layton. Even you'd be able to open it if you knew the code.
Just look how thick and heavy this door is. The vault door can only be unlocked by entering the correct passcode. And the only 3 people who know that code are Mr. Sloanes himself, Miss Teller, who you met before, and the manager of this branch are Mr. Shinplasters, who's now in hospital, of course. So in other words, no one can open the vault apart from those 3 people. When the security guard noticed there was a problem this morning, he found the vault door open already. And the branch manager was out cold on the floor. So presumably he was the one who opened the vault then. That's the only explanation we've been able to come up with so far, yeah. We had a good look at the vault door, but there are no signs of it being forced or jimmied that way. A great big door like this one would be impossible to force open, surely. So either Shinplasters was coerced into opening the vault, or the criminal slipped in after he'd opened it for himself. They're the only 2 possible explanations as far as I can tell. Yes. It's a very impressive looking vault, Mr. Sloanes. Aha, yes, this is the Erbit 5000. Hermetically sealed and totally indestructible. You could fire a shell from a tank at this thing and the contents would be unharmed. In fact, it's not really enough to call it a vault. This thing is a fortress. Whoa-wee! Does it really need to be so tough? I made it myself, lad. Well, one of the companies I own did anyway. You own a company that makes vaults for banks? Let me tell you something, lad. It's not just people's money that a bank's vault keeps safe. It's the bank's integrity and its customers' trust. Ooh, that'd be a smashing slogan for your new vault. So as soon as we completed the manufacture of the Hermit 5000, I had it installed here. I thought it'd give our customers even more peace of mind. That's what I thought. I can't believe it's been breached so easily. I misjudged that one, and no mistake. So it's the latest model, this vault. After everything we've been told so far, this does seem like a rather strange case. There's no trace of a robbery at all, not a single scrap of evidence. That's exactly the problem we're facing in our investigation, Sunshine. Well, before we give up hope, let's just look around inside the vault. That would be alright, wouldn't it, Mr. Sloanes? Of course, I'll give you the guided tour. But we're gonna investigate the vault in the next video, so stay tuned. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.